Hey there, and welcome. So, today we're going to talk about side hustles and taxes. But forget all the complicated spreadsheets and confusing jargon for a minute. Instead, we're going to talk about monkeys, bandanas, and a whole bunch of leaves. Trust me, it's going to make everything surprisingly simple.
So let me ask you a question. Are you getting a little tired of the same old bananas? You know what I mean. That daily grind, the predictable paycheck. Sure, it's safe, it's reliable, but maybe, just maybe, you're craving something more? Well, that feeling? That's exactly where our story kicks off today.
All right, first up, Beyond the Banana Farm. So let's meet our hero for today. He's this really clever monkey, and he lives on a banana farm. Now, this farm, it's a lot like a traditional 9 to 5 job, right? It gives you a steady supply of bananas, day in, day out. It's super secure, but it's also, well, it's pretty limited. And this really sets up a choice, doesn't it? You've got two ways to live here. There's the banana farm life, totally safe, super predictable, but you only get so many bananas. Then there's the freelance leaf life. The jungle is just packed with these valuable leaves. And that means freedom, variety, the whole shebang. The only catch? Yeah, you've got to go out and find them yourself. Okay, on to our next section, the freelance leaf economy. This is where our monkey has a little light bulb moment. He thinks, wait a second, what if I keep my safe job at the banana farm, but also head out into the jungle to gather some of those leaves on the side? And boom, just like that, the side hustle is born. And this leads to a whole new kind of monkey, you could say. We're calling them freelancer monkeys. These are the really smart ones, right? They're the ones who figure out how to add to their main income, the bananas, with extra income from somewhere else. And in our story, that somewhere else is all about those leaves. But why go to all that trouble? Well, it's pretty simple, really. More leaves just mean more options. It's about not being totally reliant on that one banana farm. It's the freedom to try new stuff, maybe save up for a bigger nest, or just, I don't know, enjoy a life that's not just bananas all the time. It just makes things way more interesting.
All right, section 3, sharing leaves with the government. Yeah, the unavoidable rule. So just when our monkey has this awesome pile of leaves collected, he learns a pretty fundamental rule of the jungle. You don't get to keep all of it. Why? Because the government always gets its cut. And the rule itself? It's simple. It's non-negotiable. Every single freelancer monkey has to tell the government exactly how many leaves they earned. You can't just, sweep your pile of leaves under a big rock and pretend they're not there. This is really the heart of income reporting. So once you've reported all your leaves, the government comes along and takes a share of that pile. And that share, that's what we call a tax. And look, it's supposed to be used for good things like maintaining the jungle, building stronger vines, clearing paths, basically keeping things running smoothly for all the monkeys. Okay, moving on. Section 4, keeping more of your leaves. This is the secret of the smart monkeys. See, our monkey is clever. He's totally fine with contributing his fair share, but he starts to wonder, is there a way, a totally legal and ethical way, to keep more of these leaves I worked so hard for? And the answer, my friends, is a big yes. This is what separates the savvy monkeys from the rest. And it all starts with this one powerful question. What if you spent some of your leaves to help you gather even more leaves? I mean, think about it. To be a really good leaf gatherer, you probably need some tools, right? So what if you used some of your earnings on things that helped your business? Should you really have to pay tax on that money? And that right there brings us to the magic word, deductions. So what is a deduction? It's just the cost of something that helps you earn more leaves. Think of it as an investment in your leaf gathering business. And the absolute best part, the government actually agrees. They say you shouldn't have to pay tax on the leaves you had to spend just to make your business run. All right, let's walk through an example to make this crystal clear. Let's say our freelancer monkey had an amazing season. He went out there and gathered a grand total of 100 shiny, valuable leaves. So that's his total earnings, his gross income. But, of course, to get those 100 leaves, he had to spend a little. For example, he bought a brand new, much safer climbing harness. That cost him 20 leaves. And he's a good monkey, so he also donated 5 leaves to a charity for ape conservation. So if you add that up, that's 25 leaves he spent on things that count as deductions.
And here's where the magic happens. Look at how this simple math works. You start with the 100 leaves you earned. Then, you subtract the 25 leaves you spent on the harness and that donation. What does that leave you with? Only 75 taxable leaves. See, that's the power of deductions right there. This is the whole point, the most important part.
the monkey only pays tax on 75 leaves, not the full 100. The government isn't looking at the total he collected. They're looking at what's left over after his business expenses. Just by tracking what he spent, our monkey legally lowered his tax bill, which means he gets to keep more of his hard-earned leaves. It's that simple.
Okay, last section here. What all this monkey business really means. We've had some fun in the jungle, but now let's connect this all back to you and your job. Let's bring it out of the jungle and into the real world.
So obviously, this whole thing is a big metaphor. Let's break it down. The leaves, that's your freelance income, your dollars. The banana farm, that's your regular 9 to 5 job. And that climbing harness, well, that could be your new laptop, a software subscription, anything for your home office. And the ape conservation, that's any real-world charitable donation you make. See how it all lines up? Look, if there is only one thing you remember from all of this, please let it be this. To keep more of what you earn, you have to track what you spend to earn it. I can't say it enough. The absolute key is tracking your business expenses, because every single dollar you spend to help your hustle could be a dollar you don't pay tax on.
And really, that's the whole idea. The jungle of opportunity out there, it's huge, and it is full of valuable leaves. Understanding these simple rules isn't just about saving a few bucks. It's about empowering you to go out there and explore with confidence. So the only question I have left for you is, what leaves are you going to go gather?